Have you heard like the early Linkin Park stuff with the rapping?
No.
You have. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't really matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind.
No.
No. So, hi everyone. It's Nathan from the Online Music School and...
Suzie, his wife.
Today, we're going to be listening to Linkin Park, or as 10 seconds ago, Suzie would say, Linkin Park. Please explain.
Linkin Park just reminds me of like, I feel like they were quite big when we were teenagers. It was never really my style of music. I feel like with the other bands that we've listened to, we'll pop them in the bio if you want to look at those reaction vids, have got like a lot of musicality. I just don't really know what to expect from Linkin Park. I'm not holding out much hope, but hopefully I will be proven wrong.
I think that's blasphemous. And I just want you to just take this all in, listen to the lead singer, Chester Bennington, and at the end of this 3 minutes 13, you can say, you were right, Nathan. Again.
Okay, we'll see.
In my head again, feels like I'll never leave this place. There's no escape. I'm my own worst enemy. I've given up. I'm sick of feeling. Is there nothing you can say?
Sorry to pause it then. I know there just wasn't really a good time to pause there. Okay, first initial thoughts. Definitely a tenor voice.
Yes.
Quite a good range, because that when you go into that chorus, then that is
how high is that?
Yeah.
Like, and the power he's got behind it, and the length of the notes. But how dead on is it?
It's actually really well controlled. He controls that note really well. We could really do with like getting a little piano just so that we can work out what note it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you guys know, then let us know in the comments. But yeah, and the other thing just to note is that obviously very theatrical, I feel like, so far. I
think this was like 2011, so this was like in the peak of the like when they were going off just everywhere. This is from, I think it's Minutes to Midnight, which was like their, don't know, 4th studio album. Let me know if I'm right or wrong there. But this was just like, oh my God, when I first heard this, I was just like, he must be exhausted. It's not even started yet. That is nothing. That is literally nothing for what you're about to...
No, very theatrical, very kind of showman. He's putting on a good show for the crowd.
Shirtless, sweaty dude. He's clearly feeling it, isn't he?
Yeah, and so the crowd.
Yeah.
What to take? Thought I was focused, but I'm scared. I'm not prepared. I hyperventilate, looking for help.
Now, it might strike you as a surprise to know that obviously I am a vocalist. That bit is true. Not a scream
Ologist.
Is that the official thing?
Honestly, for all the screaming that I listen to, I really don't know the mechanics behind it. Please let me know more.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I was thinking of, really. Like, obviously, if you are screaming, then I can't imagine that does your voice much good.
Well, there is an art to it. It's not as simple as just because you can hear behind that, tell me what the F is wrong. It's like it doesn't sound like he's straining. He is screaming, but there's a lot of technique that goes into that. I've seen YouTube videos and I've seen people sort of learning how to scream. It is an art, definitely. It's not something that just happens overnight.
No, that was the only thing. Like, I just don't know whether it would have maybe eventually a negative effect on your vocal cords. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about it. I mean, I feel like I've sung a lot of genres over the years, but
never screamed.
Scream is not one of my fortes.
There's always time.
Somehow, somewhere, and no one cares. I'm my own worst enemy. I've given up. I'm sick of feeling. Is there nothing you can say? Take this all away. I'm suffocating. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with me.
I've just got to pause it there because I've got to ask a question. Plus, I don't think you're actually prepared for what's about to happen.
Okay.
So, halfway through when he was singing that, he took out one of his in-ears.
Yes.
Now, I've seen loads of singers do this.
Yes.
What's that about?
I think it's because they can't hear themselves properly. So, for example, very different, but when I'm recording in the studio, I always keep one headphone off my ear, and that is because even though, like, now when I'm speaking I can hear myself through my headphones, it doesn't quite feel like it's myself.
Right.
So if I were to take that off, and then I can hear like my real speaking voice, and then I can also still hear like the track or whatever I would need through the
and that
headphones.
Translates to on stage as well.
I would imagine that that's what it is, yeah. And especially if you're working with like a heavy metal band, I imagine it probably is quite noisy. So that is what I suspect.
Are you ready for this next bit?
Is what's going to happen. Yeah, go on then.
I'll just let you listen and then we'll talk.
Okay. Oh, okay, hang on a second.
What the hell, man? Explain that.
I just don't know what to
Linkin
say.
Park.
The thing is that on our screen now, Nathan can't see my face and the way that it's reacting to this video because we've got other things on our screen. But you guys will have all just seen my face reacting to that. I think that, you know, there is... Oh, here's our dog trying to get in. I think that there is some... oh, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, the power behind it. I feel like there's a lot of anger behind it.
Yeah, I really think he's feeling it all.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this to sound really grim, but he had a massive battle over his life with mental health, and then he killed himself tragically.
And I think that
R.I.P. Chester Bennington.
I think that is coming across in his music, is that he comes across to me as though he is really feeling it, and quite emotive but very powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm just not quite sure how to feel about it.
So I've just taken it back to in the middle of the screamy bit, which is amazing because I want you to hear how quickly he gets back into the chorus. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
I've given up. I'm sick of feeling. Is there nothing you can say? Take this all away. I'm suffocating. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with me.
Oh, it's really heavy. Really heavy. For me, it's probably not even heavy for people that listen to this kind of genre, but...
It's really heavy, and I know that in reality you would probably never listen to that because it's not up your street. But I think from a vocalist point of view, in terms of bearing in mind what this is in the middle of an hour and a half show, how you can perform like that and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's still the thought of, like what we mentioned earlier in terms of screaming and what that does to your vocal cords. I really would be interested to learn a little bit more, to know a little bit more about it, because it doesn't sound healthy to me. But that's just... And I also think it is, like, important that I do give my true opinion, and I think the Sleep Token songs that we've listened to... Who else did we listen to?
30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. And there was another... Was there another band?
Yeah, it was.
Was it System of...
Who was it now?
Was it System of a Down?
No, it was Bring Me the Horizon.
Bring Me the Horizon. And you know what? I really enjoyed those. This one I could probably pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Sorry to all you Linkin Park fans.
Do you know what? I think in terms of, like, the structure of the songs that we've listened to, and like you were saying before, the musicality.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's lacking here. I'm just saying it's nowhere near as advanced. Like, in this, it is, basically. And, yeah, I might be taking some heat from the Linkin Park fans here. I really love Linkin Park. But in terms of this later stuff, it's basically verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, done.
Yeah.
And he is carrying it. If it wasn't for Chester Bennington being on vocals for that, do you know what I mean?
I know you said at the beginning, like, to obviously focus on the vocals, but actually I didn't ever find myself focusing on anything else.
No.
The only thing I thought that was a little bit strange was just that one line of harmony in the second verse.
Yeah.
And then he just puts
and no one cares.
Just puts the microphone down.
My name's Mike Shinoda. I sing too. He usually raps in all the earlier stuff, but I think he just gets bored.
Yeah.
So he likes to throw one line and, like, pick up a guitar and just play exactly the same that the other guitarist is playing.
What does that guy do then? Has he got an official title?
Who? Mike Shinoda.
That guy, yeah.
So he's like, have you heard, like, the early Linkin Park stuff with the rapping?
No.
You have one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind.
No.
No. So he does rapping. They're like a new metal band, Linkin Park. Sorry to all you Linkin Park fans. I'm going to have to explain it now to a Disney simpleton.
I apologise.
They're like new metal to the core. And they brought this sort of, like, hip-hop mixed with rock, hard rock, Linkin Park, okay?
Okay.
They were around at the same time as, like, Limp Bizkit, Korn, people like that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So anyway, he raps.
Okay.
He raps.
Great.
But in this song, there's no rapping. So
he's
he just
just
picks up
chilling.
the guitar, chills, and goes,
Does some
and
random stuff.
no one cares. And that's it.
Okay, well,
okay,
learn
so
something every day.
Suzie can pass on Linkin Park, but I just love Chester Bennington, so that's for him, really. Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you want to see more, or you got any more suggestions for Suzie, please pop them in the comments. Please follow us on all our socials. We've got various different things going on in our lives apart from this, so we'll pop all those in the bio as well. Please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps us out, and we will see you next time.
See you soon.